Hey guys, this is Squid Kid, and today I am telling you a story. It's a new series. It's called Story Time with Squid, and it's when something crazy happens, and I tell you guys. So, let's get rolling, shall we? Okay, for Christmas I got something called the Rocket Fishing Rod, and what it is, here wait, I'll go get it. Okay, so for this, I got this for Christmas. It's a rocket fishing rod. And what it is, it's a really easy fishing rod. So you roll it up. There's a thing on the end. It's out for a reason. So you reel it in, and you lock it like that. Then you hit this thing, and it shoots. And so, yeah, it's like a fishing rod. So that's what that is. So I got one of them for Christmas. I was like, cool, I want to try this out. So today, I wanted to go fishing with it. I mean, I wouldn't do anything else with it. So we were like, let's go fishing. So we got Carl. We got the fishing rod. We got bread for the fish, and we got the hooks and the extra things on the end for the fishing rod. So, YouTube Maniac and Mr. Soup. Mr. Soup got this cool remote control car thing that can turn into a boat. So we use that. Him and YouTube Maniac were in front of Carl, me, and my mom. So we were walking, and we were like, cool. Because we looked over the edge, there was like a bridge over the creek, and we saw a fish, and we were like, I'm going to go get that. So I went down, and I didn't put a hook on it yet. I was just testing to make sure it worked. So I shot it and launched, reeled it in, it worked. I did it again, launched, reeled it in, and it worked. And I was like, cool. So my mom put a hook on it, and put on bread. And then, so she put on bread. It was all ready. I pumped it, and then it went, poof. And there was a little dark part of the pond. There was a little dark spot, and because it's near winter, fish hide in like those little crevices. So I shot it there, and it got stuck in a tree. So I was like, no. So I was like, pulling it, trying to get it out of the tree. It was just getting more stuck. Reeled it, and I was like, dang it. So then my mom was like, just go get it from the other side. So I went. It was like a trail in the woods. It wasn't that long. It was like maybe football field or more. A little more. I don't know. It was pretty fun. I really liked that trail. So we were going down there. I went back, and I saw a line of rocks to the other side. And I was like, sweet, I'll just hop across this. Well, I hopped on the first rock, then I was like, every other rock's under the water. So I had to find the tiniest rocks above the water. Each rock took me like 1 minute. And then there was a big rock. And then there was raging like a half waterfall. It was like 1 foot. It wasn't big, but it was fast. There was a rock here and a tiny rock here. And I needed to get on this humongous rock over the waterfall thing that went like 200 miles an hour to this rock. And this rock was this tiny. So I went here to here. And I had to jump over the thing. So I tried. I kept trying to reach my foot. I kept trying to do that. And I was like, I can't do it. So what I did was I was like circling around. I was like, should I go this way, 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 this way? And I was like, which way should I go? So I was like, and like 30 minutes or 20 minutes later, my mom was just like, go around. So I hopped off safely. It was pretty easy getting off. Getting on was different. So I got off. I ran all the way around. And then I ran I ran the other side of the trail, and there were like snake holes and creepy trees, and I heard noises, and I was like, ooh, that's creepy. So I just kept going as fast as I could, and I hope you like the backdrop. I was going as fast as I could, and I was like, because I was really scared. And then my bobber was stuck in a tree, and then my mom was like, it's in the water now, it's going downstream. So I was like, I was like the Flash. Not really, it took like 5 minutes. But I went around, then I saw it. I was going down, I got it. Climax right there. I got the bobber, went out, I was scared. Then I had my aunt's house is about 30 seconds away from there if you run. And my mom was like, we're going to our aunt's house because that's where YouTube Maniac and Super Savage went. Because I got stuck forever. So that's where they went. So we were going to pick up them. So my mom went this way, and she said, come on with me. So I was going. And then she went faster, and I slowed down. And across, there was sand here, And I didn't realize this at the moment, but there was a pond that was like 12 feet big. And I thought it was 6 feet. So I was like, I want to cross that. And she said to go around. And I was like, I'm not going around. So I snuck back to the sand. And I was like, okay, come on. There has to be another way. I mean, I wanted to do it that way, but I was like, there has to be. I'm not going to get wet. I'm not going to get wet. It's freezing cold outside. And then I was like, okay, there's this log. But the log was like really tall. I couldn't get across that. And I was like, I'm going to jump. And I was like, 3, 2, 1. And I'm like a pretty fast runner. Like, I'm not slow. I'm not that slow. So I was like, and then I jumped. And I was like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I landed like this. Here, I'll move the camera up a little. I landed like this. But then I landed in the water. And it shot up my pant leg. Shot up this pant leg. Got like half of here wet. It wet all my pants wet and my shoes wet. Let me get the camera ready again. Yeah, so it got all the stuff wet. And then I was, let's see. And it got like everything wet. It got my pants, it got my shoes, it got my new socks, it got my new pants. It got my, like half of my new shirt. And I was like, no. So I waded out of the water. And then I was walking to my mom. And I was like, I'm soaked. And she was like, what did you do? And started laughing. And then she said, did you jump? And I went, no, I didn't jump across the water. And she went, okay, good. And then she said, okay, good. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I need to tell her. And I was like, I actually did jump. And she was like, she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I jumped. And then I was wet. And then I was like, I'm wet. And I had to walk like my house to my aunt's house is like 1 minute and 30 seconds normally. But when you're wet, it takes like 3 minutes. So at that point, my legs were literally, I was standing there for a minute waiting for my brothers, YouTube Maniac and Mr. Soup, to come out of the house, or to get ready to leave. Because YouTube Maniac had a scooter, and then Mr. Soup had that little thing. So I was like, come on, let's go. My legs are freezing, and my pants were literally stuck to my legs. And I was like, ah. And then at that point, my legs, I could not feel them. I was like, help me. So then I was like, come on, we need to go. So I took Carl and my mom. We had like that bread and stuff. So I was like, come on, let's go, Carl. And I was walking down. And then Carl, like, you know how all the dogs lift their leg up, like, on every single stop sign just to mark their spot? Well, he did that, but he pooped. And I was like, are you serious? So I told my mom, I went, it's illegal. We can get fined. We need to do that. So she got, like, this plastic bag and went, and then we were like, we can't carry all this stuff. A bag of poop, like hooks, bags, bread, fishing rod, the fishing rod bait, the actual stopper for the fishing rod, and Carl, his leash, and the dog himself. So we were like, how are we going to do this? So what I did was I took the bread, my mom took the bread, and I walked Carl. So my mom took the bread and walked behind me, and I walked Carl. I started walking Carl. My mom kept dropping it for the birds. And I was walking Carl, and I was like, my legs are frozen. So I was like, my legs are frozen, my legs are frozen, my legs are frozen. And then Carl was like this slow, and I was like, come on. And I started sprinting, and I was like, sprinting, because they started to freeze. And I came home, and here's what my clothes actually looks like right now. Okay, so my coat soaked. My second coat soaked. My shirt is not soaked, which is good. My shoes dripping wet, soaked. My other shoe, it's actually even worse, soaked. My new socks I got yesterday, soaked. My pants, my new pants I got yesterday, they're supposed to be this color, but they're that color. Or you can't really see it right now because they're inside outed. But this is the right color. That's the color I fell in. You can't really see it that well. So they're soaked. And there's a lot more things that are soaked. Back of my shirt is soaked too. I don't know if you can see it, but it is. And where I put my socks on the ground, look what's there. I don't know if you can tell. There's a big wet spot. Pretty bad. So, that was the story. Kind of painful. But I hope you guys liked today's episode. If you didn't like it, just tell me you didn't like it. I don't have to do this again. But I'm going to start this as a new series, and I really don't know if you guys want this or not. So if you do like this, leave it a thumbs up. If you don't, say, I don't think this is for me in the comments, because I don't know if it is. So please like it if you like it and say, I like this. Keep doing that. And if you don't like it, just tell me you don't like it, because I really don't care. I kind of like sharing my weird stories. So I hope make this a new season. I hope you like my story today. And my new tripod. This was on the whole story the whole time. So thank you to that tripod. And yeah, Squid Kim, out. Have a nice day, everyone. Whoops.